Okay. So yes, we're out to go get him. Although,
What now?
how did I not see that before? Are there any other secret hexagons? I should switch over to him. Let's see. We've got a good slash, good light, and good almighty. Which would mean I'm left with no wind. Except we do have a wind there. Because, Hulkenberg is on our team. Oh, yeah, I only had Soul Hacker for just a bit. And now we're swapping to the Prince. Of which we are now going to level up as far as possible.
I found new power.
I don't seem to have enough, but who knows.
Good.
Maybe this game's
I'm
timer
still
will
getting
finally
stronger.
stop. It won't. This
New skills,
thing,
new
it
possibilities.
looks like it takes forever. Let's do that, just because. Anyone else real close? No? So igniters are good things. They're all igniters? Intervenes with physics. Okay, it may be pronounced as mag. It's very strange. I mean, I guess he could be tricking all the powerful people into following him. So he'll transform them all? That sounds dumb. Well, very. Not
Oh,
really.
it's you! And yet...
It's weird. Wonder why he would think that. What's that? That's supposed to be an Elda?
I beg your pardon.
Actually, is my party
What
ready?
now?
Let's put her in there just in case. That seems good. For now, at least. Wow, everyone wants to speak again, don't they? Yes, what do you wish to tell me?
Awful.
Oh, now this I can't believe!
What in the blue?
How come everything's not voiced? Persona has more voices than this.
No.
Ready?
Stop!
You! So it was you behind the attack? Indeed it was. I killed the prince, though he died all too easily. And the odd thing was, his aura felt awfully similar to yours. So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going on. Who are you? Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer, I must report back to Lord Luis.
And you should have run faster.
Do you have any idea what Luis is really scheming? If he becomes king, everyone in this country is doomed.
If that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it done.
It's almost impressive how blind your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead of thinking for himself. He's forgotten anything he really wants.
What did you intend to do? The crown is too heavy a burden for your reedy frame. Lord Luis is the true king, who will save the worthy. And you are nothing but a powerless imposter, only fit to be sacrificed.
He is no imposter, fiend. His Highness has finally taken his first steps on the road to victory. Here, at his journey's end, after enduring these countless hardships, he has become a true successor, a true ruler. Because he knows the people's suffering firsthand.
Well, imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a corpse. And so I shall return the prince and his dying legacy to the underworld, where they belong.
Why do you have to revive the humans?
Bastard! I wondered why you ran away, but it was all to lure us straight to this monstrosity.
Keep your guard up. The Melancholia is fueling his magic power.
We've come too far to be stopped by something like him. Let's put our power on full
That doesn't
display.
even still weak to.
This guy shows up again just when we've unlocked some new power. Kinda feels like fate by now. Okay, time for a new fight. Stay on your toes.
What does that mean? As support. Support for all synthesis. Oh, I see. Architect. Like,
All right, let's take
I guess it
care
would have
of this
automatically
Zorba.
equipped.
Is there another one?
No, actually, oh my. Die.
Strike true!
How's this?
Oh, you must have the healing apples still.
I shall do. I can do this.
Yep. Okay.
If we all work together.
There we go.
We'll combine our strength.
It is your turn!
Too bad I don't remember what the apples are weak to. But at least he uses one of that on the Devourer.
Healed! We've got to do something about those apples! No! Is that all? Let me handle those apples.
This might have to make somebody else a healer. Yes, do that.
All right, leave it to me. Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there! Now for a grand maneuver. I'll show you. Let's not. This might be a good strategy.
We stand together!
One enemy, though.
No come! No. Comrade, lend me your strength.
There we go. It's got
You can
feet.
do this.
And thus I end it!
I won't hold back.
Okay, we have nothing to heal.
Hold on. I'm all prepared.
That's,
No,
probably
light is power.
fine.
Light!
Wow, where? Prince is quite
Regenerate the
powerful.
headwind. Here comes another round of wind attack.
Take my fullest power.
For victory!
Now isn't the time. I shall use this.
Thanks.
That helped.
Was neat.
Let's do this together. Last dancer. A bit much. Your turn.
Allies, together!
Not with blade in hand! Burst! That's ineffective.
It didn't affect
What?
them.
The blade's edge!
More apples? Quick, knock them off again!
Galaka, that's your job. Hit them off.
If we all work together.
That stupid wing will turn it off.
I shall rethink that. I'd rather refrain for now.
This is just what I need!
Increase our defense.
I'm obliged.
Thank you.
Is everyone all right? Join with me.
Let's do this! I won't hold back! Still here?
The legs are back to normal! Ugh! We'd only just taken them out!
After you. Last dancer. Got this.
Thank you.
That is helpful.
I Stark Knight. That's not yes. Success!
Light is power. Flare! A tough one.
This is the power. I pray you're ready.
I just don't know about wind. Let's do this one.
Heed me!
I destroyed it. I
No more
pray that did
apples.
something.
More apples? Quick, knock them off again!
Behold this power. Let's no one here fights alone. This
Yeah,
might be
Jin is
just
not
right.
actually very useful here.
We stand together. This comrade, lend me your strength.
We'll combine our strength.
Things are quite weak, actually. Well then. That's useful. I just need to give Juna the mask for you know, the healer, whatever it is.
Let's do this.
Not very powerful.
I'll show you.
You switch out.
The rest is
I'll
yours.
do my part.
For all that we strive for! Strike me if you dare!
It looks like all that MP I've been using.
Quick, knock them off again! Come on! Nice one, Captain!
Gonna need to
Let
stop
me
that.
handle those
Yep,
apples.
Yep, you go.
All right. Now it can't heal itself anymore.
And it's
Don't
almost
waste your
dead.
chance. Get in there!
Fight is power. Let's go. Maybe let's set it up.
Let's see.
Let me help!
Still here?
2,000.
Everyone is whole souls of kings. Give me strength.
I think the wind will.
Come forth now.
It's over hits.
Missed. Yuba, come on, focus. It's regenerated the headwind. Here comes another round of wind attacks.
Bloody hell! Signal!
Really hurting.
Fool you.
Okay.
Yuba's down.
First,
We gotta help her.
heal her.
Could do with this.
I rejoin the
I don't take any
Good.
more.
Not now.
Someone heal him.
Better be fight is power. I'm all prepared.
Then, kill it.
Coordination is key!
Whoa. Okay, we need a healer. If I'm to be that strong, we need a healer.
Good. Tis done.
I admit, it's
Excellent! I've grown more powerful.
The bastard got away.
I say, you chaps boggle the mind. It's no mean feat to fight on even footing with a human.
I'd hoped as much. You may yet have the power to face Luis at his full strength.
It's good to see you're safe. We've certainly taken these powers a long way. Maybe we thought ourselves invincible. But don't worry. At long last, the prince is safe. In a manner of speaking. Everything's going according to plan.
Those MP refills are going to be needed for the last battle if I use the prince.
Still, what's our next move? The people think you a monster. We'll not find any public backing like this.
Alces once said that His Highness the Prince was a soul born into adversity. He is royalty and elder both, heir to the legacies of heaven and earth. He is water and fire, in condemned conflux. When the day comes that His Highness may be revered as the good ruler he can be, then the world will truly be free of prejudice. And that, he said, is why we fight.
In his own words, huh? We have to fight for what he believed in. All the more reason we can't turn from this.
Right.
Come what may. My life is a shield raised in your Highness's name. Are you prepared to fight Luis to the bitter end?
We fight him together.
Yes. By our efforts, we will stop Luis's reign.
If he ends up king, he'll be sending all traitors to the gallows, not just us. but any innocent folks he doesn't find use for.
Look, I'm never giving up hope either, okay? All we have to do is beat him, right?
That's about what it comes down to, yes.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. But we work best under pressure anyway.
I'm still amazed. You really do look just like your mother. Truly, you are a child of fate. Your mother, she loved your father and you with all her heart. The injustice that befell this village is not your fault. But listen well. Once you leave this village, you cannot return until you have fulfilled your ambitions. After all, an old crone like me can't take care of you forever. If you want to overcome your hardest challenges, you'll have to face them yourself. The world's fate is in your hands. Please, put an end to the tragedies of humankind's failures.
Yes, I will.
Our final battle lies ahead. We cannot lose. Yet, before all else, His Highness has only just awoken. Let us rest in the Gauntlet Runner for today, and advance to the royal capital tomorrow.
It's a bit strange, isn't it? I was convinced we'd been together for a long time. But I can't believe we've only just met. The beginning of my journey may have been a false memory. But my journey with you and the memories we've made, those are all real. Well, guess I'm repeating myself. But I'm glad we're working together.
Likewise, I'm glad to be your ally.
Yep. Though, I guess our toughest challenge is next.
The mystical fairy, Gallica. She who still keeps the virtues of the mage. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee.
Nice.
By the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
We've got the path to tomorrow in front of us, and I'm gonna lead the way.
Ooh.
When things get tough, remember this magic. The music meant for you will play in your head. By the way, the Chieftess told me something about your novel. Apparently your parents gave you that book when you were still just a kid.
So they knew about its importance?
I wonder what your parents wanted you to get from reading it. What they hoped for you, I guess. I suppose you'll have to find out for yourself. The part we're reading today is the last chapter. It's about the ruler of this ideal world. Let's read it together. The last chapter is about the ruler of a utopia. The one who governs this utopia must have an unwavering will. To maintain justice in this world, there are innumerable obstacles to overcome. Yet, as long as one lives by their ideals, those who support them are sure to follow. A utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people, The last part sounds a little more metaphorical. There's a little more. However, even a utopia may one day fray at the edges, and its people may come to conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia? What is a true ruler? None have yet found the answers to these questions. So even the author of this book struggled with these questions. And if you become king, you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself.
It'll always end. That's just how things are.
Lady Cruaday mentioned the king was a real idealist when he first arrived at the village.
Doesn't mean you shouldn't try.
But little by little, the pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son. In the end, his will was broken. He didn't lift a finger to stop the church's rise to power. With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis. His values are radical and cruel, but he's devoted to them. Unshakable, even. But we can't lose either. For the sake of everyone who has believed in us along the way.
Right.
You've got the power to change the world. And the one who gave it to you was, well, yourself. And that's what I'm going to help you with. That's my mission. My real mission. And I'm going to see it through.
Yes, inform him. What happens? Who really are you?
I saw what happened. So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny. As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times.
It's our archetype.
An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend. I once said that to be Elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety, and archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
The foremost fate? Not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you? Or something like that.
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable. You cannot choose who you are born to, and once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed. Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies most people. By your own will, you were born again as a prince. Do you understand? You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a ruler. Not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you. What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost bespeaks...
Indeed. 'Tis his hands that bear our fate.
Who... I remember. I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time? Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hearts. Speak. Who are you? Why have you awakened this boy to his power?
If it is answers you seek, then go and claim them.
Are you? Could you be?
As for you, I bid thee awaken. Move onward to thy final ordeal. Take thy place at the final proving of the Ascension of Kings.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Okay, all our preparations are just about set. Now that this is actually happening, I've got some pre-show jitters.
All this royalty? It always felt they lived in a different world to the likes of me. Never figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
'Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing. We are one people living in a shared world.
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission. Any final words you want to say?
We can't give up. Stand strong to the end.
Of course. No way we're losing here. I've got the fire in me eyes now.
About the new stuff you've felt and learned since becoming the prince. Can I ask you one more thing? Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
I want to protect this country and its people.
'Tis the answer I hoped for. As your knight, I will ever serve you with all my soul and ability.
Well, I guess this means we're ready as we're gonna be.
This place here.
Let's move!
Will we? This seems...
You see?
Yeah. After having made so many sacrifices, the group has gained new powers and ascertained new truths. Their arch-enemy, Luis, already has one hand on the throne. Even so, they march ever forward, spirits rekindled by battle. They head to Grand Trad, for the fight is far from over.
That Elden boy is nowhere to be found. I suppose it's only a matter of time until Luis takes the throne.
Where's the general?
Speaking of which, I don't see the general. The voice of the pro-Luis faction became too overwhelming. He was ultimately forced out of his position. Why is this happening? Even if the Sanctus Church's favor has collapsed, why is it that Luis alone is reaping the benefits?
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself. Now that we are out of ideas, what can we do?
Can you imagine Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block. Do we hide? Run? Our ships are in port.
Is this really the time for idle chit-chat?
Who are you?
Just a passing wastrel. Thought I'd drop in for a word since I was in the area. You might have one way to survive.
Well then, let us depart.
Lord Luis, your pardon. We've encountered an unexpected snag. I killed the prince in the Elden village. I confirmed his death, yet it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems the prince is now resurrected.
Resurrected?
Yes, and what's more, the boy candidate was the actual prince after all. Something about his soul having traveled independently, and then returning to his corporeal body.
I see. So his ideal form was spun from Magla. Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis awaits.
Nemesis?
Lord Luis, what is it about that bastard that fascinates you? Yeah, I won't let it end like this. I have to do better. I need more power. I will show Lord Luis I am worthy of his gaze.
We'll soon be arriving above the royal capital.
Excellent. As planned, increase altitude and enter the royal palace in the sky.
Are you certain? We'll be heading directly to His Majesty, the former king, and...
Rest assured, that old fool is powerless to stop me now. Proceed.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidates? Remember, if Luis loses, a silver coin could turn into mountains of wreath.
What are you trying to say? You think Count Luis is going to lose?
Oh, no, of course not. I'm just saying.
I'll call that bet. All in on His Highness the Prince.
A sanctus bigwig gambling away his tithes? This really is the end of the world. Didn't know his esteemed princeliness had any supporters left.
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along. Haven't you heard the news? The times we live in, I tell you.
Must be tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Luis was selling about the prince. The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Luis orchestrated the entire thing?
Oi, churchman! You saying Count Luis lied to us? You think he cast some big illusion?
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the things one after another? Seems a bit convenient, if you ask me. Like he knows in advance where these monsters will appear to cause havoc.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, churchman? Maybe someone needs to shut you up.
All right. Let's keep things civil, eh? No sense becoming a monster yourself.
Oi! What's all this fuss about? Damn it! When Count Luis is king, you'll all be the first at the gallows. You'll die just like Forden.
Well, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us. All that yelling and thrashing helps fight it off. Humans have been sighted near the capital, after all.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, but this might be the spark that lights the kindling. Luis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo have always struggled to understand the appeal.
Even then, everyone's on edge. They'll jump at any excuse to argue and snarl at each other. Never seen it this bad. Not normal, I say.
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse beneath us. Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only
one place he could be. All eyes are on his Skyrunner as it rises to the flying palace. What are we about to see? Ah, the royal palace. It's been a while. Do you hear me, O king? Stubborn and deathless? This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over. The country needs change, and I will provide it.
Thou impertinent faith breaker, hast thou no shame in preempting the day of judgment?
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you wrought your face in stone and took it to the heavens? You're nothing. Just an ordinary, broken old man.
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left to rot. You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal scepter, the royal magic. Did you think that only generations of kings were aware of their secrets? Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter? Why only those supported by the people can use it? Listen well, O king. The truth behind the royal magic. So it's true. The country truly is putrid with sin.
What does it use all the emotions everyone's feeling? Does it kill people? What could he possibly have said?
In other words, if I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to change the world itself.
It's not a simulation. What could it be?
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
Thou wert elder.
Okay, that makes more sense.
You were not always blind to this country's rot. When you visited our sanctum, I saw and knew the passion in your heart. And yet, what happened to our village? What happened to this country?
Oh.
You cannot stop me any longer. Nor can anyone else. Save one lone possibility.
Snatching victory from the maw of catastrophe, the party descends again on the royal capital, Grand Tran. But they are greeted only by ominous skies. Their return hardly counts as a triumph, considering how they departed. Anticipating conflict, the Gauntlet Runner comes to a quiet stop.